Hello there guys, welcome back to another C# tutorial. In the previous video we saw how we can connect to a database. Today we are gonna have a better look at adapters and see how we can use them to insert, update or delete values without actually using the graphical user interface. Later on we'll see how to work with the user interface. Okay, so here we have our project. I'll right click here and select add, and then I will choose a new item. From that I will go to data and go service-based database. I click add here and double click on the database, right click and add a new table. And here I will change the name of the table to be what? There's gonna be users, right? And here I will do what is gonna be user ID. And what are we gonna do here? We're gonna be username, character varying of 100, and it's gonna be not null. And that's it. I will update, and the database get updated, no problem there. I will refresh this one, open, right click, show table data, and now I will choose 1 to be Todd and 2 to be Smith. Okay, that's it, and I'll close this. Let me go to data sources for our project. I will add a new data source. It's going to be database, and I will use data set here. I will use my database, click the connection string, leave it as default, and I will display the users table, the only one right now, and I will choose finish. I got this one, so I'll drag and drop this, and now I got the values right away. Good. And now I run this and I find the values. Very well, that's okay. Now let's see if we can do some changes. Okay, so the first thing I want to look at is how can I access the database using the adapters. Let's say I want to add values. Okay, so for that I will go to the toolbox. Okay, before that, I'm sorry, you can add values by just simply typing into the control and press the save button. That will do the trick for you. Okay, no problem. But right now I want to see how to do this using code. Okay, I don't want the wizard to do everything for me. So I'll put a button, and I will put 2 text boxes. This is the first text box, this is the second, and here I'm going to say this is going to be what? Add. Okay, so this one will contain the ID, this one will contain the name. So here, before that, this is the users binding source, users data, users table adapter. So I will use this one. Okay, so I'll double click this one. I'm going to say users table adapter dot, there is insert method. Okay, if you open a bracket, you see that it accepts a user ID and username. Okay, so the user ID is what? It is an integer. So I need to do what? Integer ID equal int dot parse textbox1.text. Okay, and string nme for name equals textbox2.text. Semicolon. So all I'm gonna do here is pass the ID and nme. That's good. And now let's run this code, see if it works. So let's say 3 and AAA. I press add, and nothing happened. The reason nothing happened is that this one gets executed, inserted the row into the database, but this one depends on data and the data set, which resides in memory. So you need to refresh the values in memory. In other words, reload information from the database. So to do that, this is very straightforward, right? So you just need to call the full method. Control C. I'll put this one here, and I will run the code. And there's going to be 3 click add, and you see the value appear. Maybe 4. Click here, and you see the value get displayed. So this one, or the adapter insert method, insert values directly into the database. It does not change the values in the buffer. Okay. The control, when you change values here, it changes the values in the buffer, not the database. And when you perform an update, when you press this button, it performs an update all method. At that moment, it will update the database. Okay. Now, so right now we saw how we can insert records. Let's see how we can remove records. So I will copy one of these. So there's going to be text box 3. I will put a button. This is a button. Okay. I'll remove. Press enter. Okay. And I will double click. So here, integer id equal int.parse textbox3 dot text, and then users table adapter dot delete. I need to pass the id, so this is the id of the user, and also I need to pass the name. So maybe I will use the same text controls. Sorry, let's copy this one. I'm gonna be lazy. Here. So instead of insert, I will use what? I will use delete. Okay. So if I go back here, I will remove this one, delete. So basically, if I enter the ID and the name correctly, I'll be able to, delete the values. So I'll click here. Okay. So I'm gonna use 2, and it should be Smith. There we go. And I press remove, and it's gone. If I press add, it comes back. I press remove. What if I have maybe misspelling here and I press remove? It doesn't work because this one and this one need to be mashed together. Okay. So I hope this clarifies things for you. So you see now, I didn't write SQL statement. I just wrote delete, and it understands how to delete things from the database. And I just wrote insert, and it understands how to insert values into the database. And another thing is it's the update. Okay, so I might need to add another text box, I think. Okay, so here I will put this one here. There's going to be update, and I will click here, and string mm2 equals textbox3 dot text. Okay, so now instead of delete, I will use update. Open that. So you can see here, this is 1 of 6, means we have 6 versions of this function. So we will go to the one that accepts parameters. So here you have username. So nme2. So this is the new name. The original user ID is going to be this one, and the new user ID is going to be the original user ID name, which is nme. Okay. So now I'm this is the ID, this is the old name, this is the new name. This is the new name, the old ID, the old name. So let's see if it works. So here I'm gonna say to Smith. I'm gonna say, and I press update, and you see it get updated successfully. Okay, so you can see it's very easy to perform insert, delete, or update on the database. You just type the name of the adapter followed by the method. Okay, and now again, you might be wondering, well, we said previously that we use SQL to do things, right? Where is SQL here? Well, actually, if you go right click insert and go to definition, oops, let me save that. Right click, go to definition, please. Okay, there we go. So this is public virtual int insert. It accepts two parameters, and it will go to the adapter and to the insert command, right, and specify some parameters. So we need to go to the insert command. So I'll go to this one, go to definition. Oops, not sure why this is happening, but anyway, wait, let me go. Oh, for some reason it doesn't accept that, but anyway, I will go and say, I'll say for this one dot command text, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So here you see here insert command dot command text equals insert into dbo.users user ID username values at user ID at username. This means that these values are parameters. Okay, you pass them from program. So what's happening? It's gonna use this SQL statement to do what need to be done, right? So let me go back here. Let me go back here. Let's go right click, go to definition. Okay, so here it receives these two values. So the insert command contains the command text I showed you earlier, which is an SQL statement. Here you specify the first parameter, parameter 0, and next you specify the second parameter, which is parameter 1, and then the connection get opened with the database and the insert command get executed. When I say the insert command get executed, the SQL statement you saw earlier get executed. Okay, and yeah, so when you are saying insert, or let's say, where's that? Sorry, this is deleted. When you are saying insert, lots of things get executed. All of this get executed. Okay, so yeah, this all happens behind the scene. So all the complexity is hidden from you. You just use the adapters and it will kind of magically do things for you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's all for today. Just wanted to show you that how you can use the adapters to perform insert, delete, and update manually. Okay, I hope you'll find this useful. There will be more explaining about adapters in the next video. We will see how we can modify the insert and update and delete. Okay, hope you'll find it useful. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.